female, 32, I think. She's had some chronic depression most of her life, but then about 6 years ago, her mom passed away. And then the depression got a lot worse, a lot of suicidal stuff, just wrenched with guilt because during her and her husband were moving from the Appalachian Mountains in Tennessee back to here where his family was. And then, in the process of that move, her mom has got this brain cancer diagnosis. And so they didn't really have a whole lot of time to process it. So she's just really struggling with that because, she was dying, or mom pretty much died while she was in Indiana. She couldn't get there that quick. So the last time I talked about her, we talked about, the guilt that she was feeling about having to leave mom at the hospital. And she was in the bed, mom was, and my patient was next to her and they were holding hands and just talking. The patient was reading to her, that kind of stuff. And that's when we kind of started with the processing. And long story short, as the processing went on with the different, with that, and we did a restricted one, then it went from that to her feeling guilt to the next thing. The memory that came up was her as a little girl in church with her mom and holding her mom's hand in church and being fidgety and spinning her mom's wedding ring and stealing gum out of her purse to a much happier moment. So it was really, that was, I don't know, the one that I saw the most immediate stuff with. And, she walked away smiling and happy and peaceful that day. And it was very cool. So then when I saw her husband this week, because I've not seen her yet, I see her every other week. So I'll see her actually tomorrow. But I see her husband as well. And he was telling me that after her last session, she had 2 or 3 days where she was very emotional and whatever. And I'm thinking, oh no, what do we do? And I said, well, what did she think of it? And he said, she loves it. She can't wait to get back to get more, so, we don't always get to hear the symptoms that they have after that.
Yeah.
And then bringing it, and to continue it. And I just thought that was very interesting to hear, because a lot of times they won't tell me like I was real emotional or whatever. So it was kind of, the way that it went, it definitely her brain had to process for more than a couple of days.
Yeah.
Afterwards, I would think, for her to feel like that and then feel good again.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because I have clients that I've had clients that they want to see me on a certain day because they know that if we process, they're going to need a couple of days to kind of recover, if you will.
Right.
And so when you really think about it, we're doing like an outpatient. Mental health surgery.
Right.
Used to be when you got your colonoscopy, you had to be admitted to the hospital, and it was a couple of days recovery. Well, now you go in the morning, and and they're putting you out by 2:00. Okay, so we just need to see you go to the bathroom, and then and that's a major procedure. Okay.
Right.
And so this process, even though sometimes it can be that, for our clients. So, and that's good feedback for you. How did that feel for you?
At first, when I heard that she was sad and crying and whatever, I'm like, oh no, and then I'm like, and then what happened later in the week? And he goes, she was awesome. She was great, the rest of that week. And she can't wait to get in and, work on this.